Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to be here, and I applaud this organization for wanting everyone to be involved and to be able to come here and present our positions as candidates. I think you've done a wonderful job, and I appreciate it very much. We have the greatest legal system in the world, and perhaps in the history of the world. It works because we work at it. It needs tweaking occasionally. We have to maintain good people at every level. And I know there are a lot of lawyer jokes, but I will assure you that the majority of the lawyers that come before this court as a judge are good, fine, upstanding people who represent you and the clients to the best of their ability. There are some that aren't, and they're found out. But the vast majority are good, serious advocates for the people they represent. I received my license to practice October 9th, 1977. And in January 1977, and I came to Kingfisher in January of that's 1976, excuse me. 77, I came to Kingfisher. I went into practice here, and I had a wonderful experience for 26 years practicing in this county. It was the home of my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents. Every one of those 5 generations are buried in this county. I have a brother who lies with my parents west of town. I've always had a love for this county, and I love the people. And when I was able to start practicing law here and doing every aspect of the law, partitions, probates, criminal cases, my first jury trial, and a fellow in Dover the other day recounted my first jury trial because he was my jury foreman. And those were experiences that I had that made me what I am as I've developed and grow as a lawyer. About 8 years ago, I received a call from Judge Edward C. Cunningham. Judge Cunningham asked me if I was interested in applying for the special judge position. That's in my courtroom, that would have been my phone. The special judge position in Canadian County. Well, I love Kingfisher County. The only question I had is, do I have to move? He said no. He said he had 54 applicants, 4 sitting judges among them. And since he hadn't seen my application, he would like to know if I was interested. I assured him I was. And about a week later, he called me into his office and appointed, together with the judges in Oklahoma County, appointed me a special judge. There are 3 kinds of judges in Oklahoma that are trial judges. You have the district judge that's set by population. We share one with 4 other counties. The associate district judge, the position that's being sought here, is the only constitutional judgeship that's set by Oklahoma Constitution. The rest are by statute. Each county has an associate district judge, regardless of population. Then the special judges are in counties where there are populations to the level where you have more need for legal services than what the associate in the district can accommodate, so they appoint special judges. We're just as much a judge as anyone else. We take the same oath. We're bound by the same ethical standards. We have a limited docket unless lawyers waive to our docket. And recently I had a case in Canadian County where my experience in a particular field was greater than the associate district judge, and the lawyers waived my jurisdiction to hear the case as opposed to him because of my experience in partitions and land titles. It was a wonderful experience to become a judge, and it has been a wonderful experience to have these 7 years. Judges have to go back for continuing education, just like lawyers do, only it's continuing legal education. Normally it's 12 hours required. I've always had 24 or more. I seek every bit of the knowledge I can get to make myself a better judge and a person better able to make the tough decisions that come before me. I've had special training in recognizing domestic violence among women. And it is a serious matter in our society. I have studied how to tell, recognize, and then deal with the domestic violence that exists. I spent 2 years as a child abuse investigator before I became a lawyer, and I'm very conscious of children and the needs that children have and the harm that can be done to them in our court system and our divorces. I've handled thousands of divorces since I've been a judge, and I handled thousands of divorces before I was a judge. When you look at our legal system, if we don't have someone who truly works independent, when I became a judge, I had to become non-political. All judges and judge candidates have to be non-political. I can't contribute to a candidate. I can't put their sign in my yard. The only candidate that I can support is myself. You have to be. It's a part of the ethical requirement. I also was very involved for many years, Lions Club, Rotary, and many organizations that were fundraising organizations. Is it 1 minute left? Oh, all right. And I had to stop because judges cannot lend their influence or be influenced by any outside sources. We have to be cloaked in total neutrality, total absence of using your influence or being influenced. Now that's tough. I have been involved in my community, but as a judge I've had to step back and remember the most important thing I am is independent in my judgment when parties come before the court. And I assure you I am. Now I don't have to sit here and say what kind of judge I will be. I have 7 years of experience, and I welcome any one of you to call the lawyers, the parties in Canadian County, Oklahoma County, Kingfisher County, those who have appeared before me, and I have a track record. It is one I believe I've done my job, and I will continue to try to get better. I go back to school, I learn everything I can to become a better judge. We have a lot of fun in the courthouse too. There are light times, there are good times. I love adoptions. I love those moments when children come together and families come together. I love it when people go back together after a divorce. Get my time up? I'm so sorry. I can talk forever, that's my problem.